Welcome back. Standard 6GA4 today. We are going to represent three-dimensional figures as nets and find the surface area of three-dimensional figures. Calculate the area of the three-dimensional figures. So this is a rectangular prism, and the net is what it looks like when you flatten it out. So if you were to unfold it or unfold a box, think about unfolding a box, what it would look like. And the green picture right there is what it would look like. So we need to find the surface area, which means we need to find the area of all four of the big rectangles. You see the big rectangles, and then we need to find the surface area of the two others that are on the outside, the ends that would fold down. So if you can imagine, you're going to get hands-on with this in class. So you're going to unwrap that box, and we're going to find the surface area. So we need to label what we know. So the big ends here are 10. If we unfold it, we have to figure out what's on each one of these sides. So 10 was the easy one. That's this one right here. It's the long edge. It's going to be the long edge on each one of those. Now we need to figure out the shorter edges, which when we rolled this out, it kind of is difficult to tell, but they're not all the same because we have three different dimensions there. The blue edges here would be 4. So that means I'm going to have 2 that are 4. 2 of these rectangles that will be 4. And then I have to figure out what the others are. So let's take a look at this one right here, and this one right here. So every other one, those are 5. And if we go over here, we would have 2 that are 5 as well. And then our small one would have to be, we can see that it's the blue and the green. So each one of these would be 4, 5. So we have to find the area of each one of these pieces. And we can do that by area equals base times height. So let's start with the 10 by 5. So area equals 10 times 5. So the area for that piece equals 50. So let's just write them in where they go. And then the 4 by 10, four times 10 is 40. So we would have 2 pieces that are 40. And the last one that we have is a 4 by 5. So 4 times 5. So area of each one of those sections equals 20. Just write it in. And then we're going to add those up. So it's going to be 50 plus 40 plus 50 plus 40, and then plus my 2 ends. Area always has the units squared. So if I add all those up, I will get 220 inches squared. And that is the surface area. Calculate the area of the three-dimensional figure. This is a triangular prism. First thing we're going to look at is the net. That's the red and green shape right there, where if we took that triangular prism and unfolded it, that's what we see. The 2 ends would fold out right here. And we need to find the area of all the pieces. So if I look, my big end's 5. They actually already have it labeled here. My little end is 3. And my altitude of the triangle is 2.6. So let's start by finding the area of the rectangles. That's base times height. So area equals 5 times 3. So I will label each one of these. These are all the same as 15. Now, for the area of a triangle, we know it's 1/2 base times height. So we go fill it in. A equals 1/2. What's my base here? My base is going to be this red edge. And so it's the same as that one. So it's 3 times 2.6. Area would equal 3.9 of each one of these. So now we need to add them all up to find the total surface area. So 15 added together 3 times plus the 3.9 twice because we have 2 ends that we folded down. Which equals 52.8, and our units are centimeters squared. This one is a pyramid. It's a square pyramid. It comes to a point at the top. And this net is as if we took the top and we unfolded each of the pieces with the base in the middle. So we need to find the area of each one of these pieces, which we have labeled. So that square is 8 by 8. So we can start there. Oops. So area of a rectangle or square is base times height. So it's 8 times 8. And we can just write that in there so we have that visual. And then the other 4 shapes are triangles. So the area for triangles, area equals 1/2 base times height. Our height is 12. And our base is 8. So the area equals 48. So that's each one of these. So now to find the total surface area, we're going to add them up. And that equals 256. And our units are meters. It is area, so it would be meters squared. All right, you try it. Calculate the area of this three-dimensional figure.